And final question, and we'll kind of recap. You have something to say, Trev?
I was gonna say, Houston is dope as well. I like Dallas. Dallas is cool, but I didn't say I don't have favorites. But none of you guys said the best city in the U.S. And a lot of people hate on it, but it's Atlanta. I mean, and I've been to a million.
Saul said it.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear it, but it's nothing like Atlanta. Like, I mean, I've traveled all around the U.S. and I've stayed in those places for months at a time, worked in those places, but it's no feeling that I get than when you come up, in Hartsville and you see, one is just the opportunities for Black people as well. But it's no city that you're going to go to where you see the type of vibe that you have in Atlanta. I think a lot of people take it for granted. I think a lot of people don't really take in.
I don't think people take it for granted. I think they hate on it. I think they, honestly.
Yeah, they do.
I think people hate. And when
but that's because they have been anywhere.
They think I'm a homer, but I think, honestly, it's hate. Because I hate to use that word. It's the people that really made it. I get it. Atlanta isn't what we remember when we grew up, but it's still Atlanta. Like, and it's so, like, I could go on this a long rant about everything that makes Atlanta better than every place else. But it's the people, it's us, it's the culture. And I think people have bastardized and perverted the culture of Atlanta and use it to their own benefit to sell records and everything else. But there's nothing, it's a culture that's built on Black people. Right. And you're talking about something as big as the recording industry, music that stretches the whole globe, and it's built on us. Like, it's built on the Black people of Atlanta. The way we talk, the way we do things, and people initially, like I said, in terms of hip hop, they initially hated it, and then Atlanta just took it anyway because it was undeniable. When I look at just hip hop music and all these people in the early 90s, when I think it was like undeniable, the apex when Atlanta just kind of took over, everyone moved to Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'm talking about moguls from all over the world. I'm talking about Puffy, the biggest mogul in hip hop in the Mecca of New York. And where did he move to? Like, at the height of Keith Sweat R&B career, where did he move to? Too Short, he moved to College Park. It was, everyone came here because of the culture, the clubs, the whole everything. And that's just one aspect in terms of music. I think Atlanta is so big because we built it, like Black people. I'm talking about not necessarily specifically me, but like my older cousins and all them people who are moving in the 80s and 90s who like created what Atlanta is. Atlanta's special, man. And the fear is we losing a little bit of what made it special, but I completely agree. To me, there's nothing like it. And it became apparent when I went to South Africa, because I'm on this whole searching for Wakanda kick, and I realized Atlanta, I don't want to get no flack for this, but because people don't want to look at the statistics. I'm just going, Atlanta is Wakanda. Every single thing we fictionally created with Wakanda, Atlanta is it. Yeah. And it's the most, appropriate thing that it was filmed here in Atlanta. Because it is Wakanda. Yeah. But, bro, you're right. Like I said, I'll get to preaching about it. So,
yeah.
You're
I
right.
mean, if I get out in New York in the morning, it makes me feel like, okay, this is a city where anything can happen for anybody. It makes you feel like you have to go out and hustle. It makes you feel like, anything is possible, and I have to go move the same way that these people move. But when I'm in Atlanta, I feel like anything is possible for Black people. You know what I mean? It's like it's a totally different vibe.
Bro, how many?
I feel like it's a fishbowl where if you really want to go make something happen and you're doing something and following your own lane instead of just trying to be like everyone else, I still feel like Atlanta is that place where you can really make something happen.
Atlanta is special in the sense that, like in a lot of places, you either have to be the first to an idea or you have to have a unique idea in order to be profitable. You know how many hair salons and nail salons there are in Atlanta? Black owned?
Yeah. Almost as many as churches and Waffle House.
Bruh. And all of them booming. All of them are successful. It used to be, think about it. You had to be first in a market with a new idea, or you had to do something special and different. But because black people and black women, they dictate so much of business and culture. Black women got to have a particular person that does their hair. They can't have just anybody do their hair. They got to have a particular person that does certain things for them. All of them are successful. Like, you got to be terrible at doing hair and doing nails to not be successful in Atlanta. If you are decent at doing hair and you open your own beauty salon in Atlanta, you're going to make money, even though there are an existing 80 million salons already.
But there's an answer to that.
Where else can that happen?
Really, but so the I guess the groups or the things that you're talking about right now, we actually support those. So when you're talking about black people support those. It would be the same way for anything that was put out if everybody really supported it. So I just think from the sheer numbers that for the hair salons and stuff like that, all the black women are gonna go to those hair salons. They're gonna support them, and as you said, when they find a good one, they stick with it forever.
Well, here's the thing: we know where it's supported in Atlanta. How many music studios are there in Atlanta?
Yeah, a million.
Like, how many music studios? There's some premier ones like Patchwork and Street Execs and all these, but everyone had a studio. Stankonia Studios. I know where all these studios are at, and there's so many of them, and all of them get used because there's a million rappers in Atlanta.
Billion.
So,
yeah. But we support it. So it's the same thing.
We support the million.
Bruh, go open a Chick-fil-A right now. I don't care how many Chick-fil-A's there are on the street. In Atlanta, it's going to be booming.
Yeah.
Open another Waffle House. There's already 2 Waffle Houses on that same street. Open another one. In Atlanta, it's going to be booming. That's the thing about Atlanta. Like you said, you can make money if you black, because we know what's supported here in Atlanta. You're not really reinventing the wheel. You know what makes money. Open another strip club. So what, Magic City and all these other, open another one. It's gonna make money. Open another wing shop. I don't care, call it damn King Zane Wings. Guess what? He's gonna make money. It's another wing spot.
Yeah. But there's a downside. Downside Atlanta on the things that are not in that lane. Like when you talked about clubs are supported, but because Atlanta is such a popping place, it moves so fast, things like that. Now they'll take off and they'll go for 6 months and be the hottest thing going, and then all of a sudden 6 months later something else starts, and everybody rotates and jumps to that. So that's the only drawback to it.
But you do what you can during that time, because we've had some strip clubs that have stood the test of time. Yeah, we have some legendary strip clubs that have been around since we were 5 years old. Like, and our older cousins were running in those clubs. Why are you smiling, Sauce?
I
like she's smiling, like she just reminiscing.
I was thinking about something, but keep going.
But I don't know what it's like everywhere else. I just know everybody else ain't got it like that. I think Houston has something similar to Atlanta because it's another city with black culture. I think Charlotte is kind of mimicking a lot of things with Atlanta because they have an up and coming, like you have a whole bunch of black professionals that are moving to Charlotte because of the banking industry. But they ain't got, like, Atlanta has built a reputation and a tradition. And I think once you have a brand and a reputation, it kind of carries you. So, bro, like, I agree. Like, we could literally have a damn 10-hour docuseries on Atlanta. And then it's going to be the most hated. It's going to have just as many thumbs up as thumbs down because people hate hearing, I think people get on Atlanta overload. like everyone moves here, but they hate us talking about why it's, bro, we tired of hearing, yeah, Atlanta, all the black superheroes, you know, Auburn Avenue, all these streets named after civil rights leaders, all these celebrities that you pass in the mall and you don't even look at them because, like, that's just, you see them all the time. You know what I mean? Everybody know where Rick Ross lives. Everybody know where Boosie lives. Ain't nobody trying to jump their fence.
At all.
Yeah. Because they're another person. People aren't starstruck here in Atlanta. But again, because we stars our damn selves.
That's what I was going to say. There's so many stars that people don't know here that's the difference.
There's so many people behind the scenes that just make things happen.
Yeah.
Like, there's more people who know who Rick Ross is than H.J. Russell. But there are more people who knew who Rick Ross is than John Lewis was. Now the whole world, after he passed, know who John Lewis. There were a lot of people who just caught up to how big John Lewis was. You know what I'm saying? When he passed. They didn't know that man had been in Congress since damn the 80s. In the same 5th district in Atlanta. But, I mean, he's a celebrity. Like, I remember meeting him at a Taco Mac, which used to be like my favorites. I used to kill Taco Mac, the one downtown Decatur. And I remember he just randomly walking around shaking everybody's hand. He just like, I'm eating in the middle of my wings and he just reached his hand over my food. And I look up and I'm like, oh, damn, that's John Lewis. Like, you're a superhero.
Yeah.
But that man walk around like it ain't nothing. He's walking around just walking around at a random Taco Mac, just shaking everybody's hand. So, I don't know, man. Atlanta is different. And again, all right, this is the last question.